Hello and welcome to why Liverpool will not win the league title unless they sign two players in the transfer window. Of course, this is Liverpool's defence, and that's where the problem lies. The fullbacks, Nathan Klein's done well, James Milner's been an absolute workhorse. It's the centre where the problem lies. Lovren, Xhaka, not good enough. And there's also Gomez. They've conceded too many goals this season. And teams that concede goals do not win league titles. Now they've lost to Bournemouth away, dropped points away at Sunderland, Burnley at home to West Ham. They lost on the weekend to Swansea City. Come on, that's a team they should be hammering into the ground. They scored 2 goals but conceded 3. Unacceptable. So what Liverpool need to do before the transfer window closes is sign 2 top-class central defenders. If they do that, they could win the league title, because I'm sure Chelsea will drop points. And if Liverpool can tighten up things in defence, they can catch them up and win the title. But this is not a problem that's been going on this season or the season before. It's been a problem for years for Liverpool. This is Liverpool's best defence. The last time they won the league title in 1990, 27 years ago. Alan Hansen was still the captain. This was his last full season for Liverpool. Steve Nicol, Glenn Hansen, Gary Ablett, Steve Staunton. There was also Gary Gillespie. And of course in goal, the one and only Bruce Grobbler. They've not had a defence this strong for 27 years. Of course, the following season, the 1991 season, Kenny Dalglish left, and that's when the problem set in of poor defending. So after Kenny Dalglish resigned, in came Graham Souness. He did win the FA Cup in '92. He had major success at Glasgow Rangers before joining Liverpool. He made some odd signings. A lot of players that were not good enough to play for Liverpool. And that was the start of the rot setting into Liverpool as Man United took over. So here we have some of Graham Souness's signings. Rob Jones, great player but was injured too many times. Mark Wright came from Derby County, wasn't too bad. Then there was Bjorneby from Norway, not great. Neil Ruddock, not one of the best signings from Tottenham. Julian Dix didn't last long there. Then of course Graham Souness got fired. In came Roy Evans. He signed John Scales, great for Wimbledon, but in my opinion never good enough for Liverpool. Phil Babb, again not good enough. James McAteer, again, had some good performances for Liverpool but was never consistent. So the problem wasn't solved and it could only get better, but it didn't. 98, Liverpool did find this legend, Jamie Carragher, the famous number 23. Surprisingly never played for England enough, but he was an absolute legend for Liverpool, retiring a few seasons ago. Now working on Sky Sports. They might have had Jamie Carragher, but there was another problem with the players that were around Jamie Carragher in that period. So who did Jamie Carragher play with? First of all, a legend for Liverpool again, Samuel Herpio of Finland, absolute superb player. Christian Ziege, not a bad player. And Arnia Risa was a pretty decent player. Marcus Babbel was okay. Roberto Song, don't really remember him. Honcho, pretty average. So was whatever that Norwegian plays. I think it's Hegman of Norway was pretty average, and Torre of France didn't do much. So again, they've got a good player in with Samia Herpia and Jamie Carragher, but together they had very, very poor defenders surrounding them. As I said, to me, Christian Ziegler was okay. I think with Christian Ziegler, the way I've always put him, on his day, he could be a top defender, but otherwise he was pretty average. And he wasn't that good for Germany. Arnorisa, pretty solid. And we'll move on to the next period of Liverpool's defence. Now, I think Martin Skirtle was an absolute solid play when they signed him in 2008. Glennie Johnston, I think when they signed him, he was pretty much past his best. Joe Flanagan never really made the grade at Liverpool. Steve Finnan could be a decent player on his day, but otherwise he was pretty average. Jose Aguero, if I've said his name right, a Spanish defender, very average. And last, Cole Toro, I think he's still at Liverpool now, but again, since he came from Man City, I would say he's pretty much past his best. And that really doesn't say well for Liverpool, that they never really got that defensive problem sorted out. And that is why Liverpool probably won't win the league title. So there you go. Liverpool have been shocking in defence since they last won the title. 1990, the last time they had a solid defence in one season. And over time, they've never sorted that problem out. Yes, they have won trophies. They've won a couple of FA Cups and League Cups, the UEFA Cup, and of course the Champions League in 2005. More by luck, but they won it. So, can Liverpool sort the defensive problems out this season? Well, they've got time. The window doesn't close till next Wednesday. Like I've said, they've had amazing strikers down the years, brilliant midfielders. But as they say, if you haven't got it in defence, you can't win the league title. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video there. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll say good afternoon.